Hey, Ian here from Soundfly. This week we're looking at an excerpt from our course, Intro to Scoring for Film and TV. In particular, we're looking at common types of cues you might encounter as a composer, how you can deal with those. Check it out, and if you want to learn more, come to Soundfly for the full course. Enjoy.
Bum, bum, bum. There are certain cliches in film music we're all familiar with. Tragic moments tend to get dramatic music with minor harmonies and slow tempos. Action sequences often get fast tempos and lots of percussion, maybe even blaring horns. The hero often arrives on the scene with orchestral fanfare. While most of us aren't aiming to compose cliches, there's a reason so many of these patterns appear in scores again and again. As composers, we have a fixed number of tools in our toolkit with which to strike a chord with our audience. And those tools often function in fairly predictable ways. Faster tempos tend to get your heart beating more quickly.
I need the roof!
Dissonance can be unsettling and produce a certain anxiety. Stable harmonies can sound warm and inviting. Whether due to evolutionary biology or cultural socialization, these patterns are something composers can work with to support the needs of the film, or disrupt to generate surprise and originality. Let's take a look at a couple examples. Here's a fun cue from Mad Max Fury Road, with a score by DJ and producer Junkie XL. It's a chase scene in the apocalypse. One of the cool decisions they made is score kind of slips in and out of being diegetic. One of the chasing cars has a little apocalypse desert orchestra. There's pounding massive timpani drums and a tripped out metal guitarist blaring power chords out of his fire guitar. The specific scoring choices aren't too foreign, but with the highly stylized visuals, the whole thing really aptly illustrates the weird post-industrial hellscape we're in. Here's another cue from Captain America: The Winter Soldier with a score by Henry Jackman. Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, is visiting an exhibit about Captain America in disguise after having to turn against his own government. The music is pure Americana fanfare with themes reminiscent of Aaron Copland. The main instruments feel almost royal with simple horn themes playing over stable major pads. They're recalling a supposedly simpler time when the decisions required to be a hero were more obvious for the main character. It's nothing too complex, but highly effective. Here's a slightly more idiosyncratic choice: Mark Mothersbaugh's score to Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic. Once again, the filmmakers play with some diegeticism, with the music starting when Steve Zissou presses play on his headphones. This film is full of whimsical musical choices, but one that stands out is the music that plays when the crew is checking out a mysterious signal underwater. The instrumentation for this cue is electronic and synthetic sounding. It starts out with all sorts of bleeps and blips that might be inspired by a sonar signal. It's fast-paced but playful. The arrangement is sparse but wandering as different instruments trade the main themes between them. All these choices situate the audience nicely in this slightly bizarre, Jacques Cousteau-inspired underwater adventure. In Slumdog Millionaire, composed by A.R. Rahman, the main character Jamal is meeting his love Latika at a train station.
Latika!
The busy sound of the station dies away, leaving space for a timid, intimate theme to emerge on some string instruments. It's cautiously hopeful with major tonalities. But then, moments later, the same instrumentation changes tone dramatically as a gangster's goons come to kidnap Latika. There's more of a beat, more of a minor and dark tonality. The score to Moonlight by Britell is beautiful and somewhat unexpected in spots. The action takes place in Miami and deals with many modern themes, but the instrumentation is more traditional and classical. In this scene, where Juan teaches Chiron how to swim, the music is ominous, dark, tense, and full of anxiety. with low undertones, raw-sounding string ostinatos, and minor key tonalities. This could be a moment of mentorship and support. It could be uplifting, but the music doesn't let us feel too comfortable about it. Instead, it's dramatic and unsettling. There's something gothic and religious about it, recalling a baptism in a dark cathedral. Honestly, to me, it sounds like how scary it might be for someone trying to swim in a dark and wavy ocean for the first time. Both a very literal interpretation of the scene and a metaphor for this boy's experience in the world at large. It keeps us on edge throughout the entire scene.
If you enjoyed that, come to soundfly.com, become a member, and check out the full course, Intro to Scoring for Film and TV. We actually open up a few real sessions with a composer and talk about the choices that they made. And of course, if you want more weekly videos on music, composing, theory, production, songwriting, and more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.